Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your November 2025 monthly wealth, prosperity, abundance reading. All right, we've been seeing a lot of big shifts happening for all the signs. So I don't have any any less of an expectation as it relates to that for you as well. All right, Gemini. So what do we need to know for the sign of Gemini as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2025? Nice. All right, so you've got really strong positive cards here. Now here's the thing. We're starting off with that Seven of Wands, which means that what you're communicating is actually right on target. Okay, so people understand you, people are willing and able to help you, which is really good, because I'm getting the sense, Gemini, that somebody wants to be seen with you, because we've got that Star card, and I feel like this is somebody who wants to be aligned with you, somebody who wants to be connected to you in some way, probably in a professional sense, because they see the value you bring. They see the contribution you're making. So, Gemini, this is actually going to be good. If you feel like you're being called to work with somebody, connect with somebody, or if somebody reaches out and wants to work with you, I would definitely explore that opportunity, because there's definitely going to be money there for you. All right. It's not only going to increase your income, it's going to increase your visibility, because someone recognizes, like I said, the value and the talent you bring, and they want to showcase that, because it's going to benefit them too, but it's also going to benefit you. All right, Gemini. We also got the Wheel of Fortune. This is unexpected good luck. The Hierophant means doing things against the grain, outside the box, creating your own rules, doing things your way. Sometimes that's how we have to operate. So don't feel limited in any way because of that, all right, Gemini? Because sometimes you do. You need to do your own thing, your own way, and you need to make sure that you are doing what works for you and not following like the old outdated ways of doing things. All right. And I feel like this is professional. This is work. This is business. We also got the Four of Swords. Now, here is the card of reassessing. Even though you're doing all these things, someone wants to connect with you. Make sure you take time to reevaluate that everything is as you want it to be. Because then we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is one of the most positive cards in the deck. And Gemini, I feel like it's bringing you unexpected, unbelievable boosts, surges, so to speak, of money. So, and I feel like this is all going to kind of snowball, and you're going to start seeing it take shape in the first week of November, where things are starting to kind of move. Things are shifting. Things are growing. Things are expanding. And you just don't believe. It's like, I don't believe my luck. It's like, that's what you're saying. I see you saying this, Gemini. You're like, am I finally getting lucky? Am I finally in my lucky era? Right? It's like, you're like, am I finally, getting, a lucky break? That's what that Wheel of Fortune is telling me too. It's like you are in the right place at the right time, but you don't believe it. So be careful that you don't sabotage it, right? Trust your instincts, but also be open to winning. Be open to having the experience like, yeah, maybe my ship has come in. Maybe it's about time that I won, or that I got what I wanted, or, whatever your situation is. All right, so November starts off strong, Gemini. November starts off strong. All right, so what else do we need to know for the sign of Gemini as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2025? What do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? All right, Gemini, so you also have financial support coming in. Now, here is the Seven of Pentacles. This means that you've made a decision as it relates to your career. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean, oh, you're going to quit tomorrow. But what it does mean is like you've made a decision whether or not you're going to change jobs, maybe quit jobs, maybe go back to school, maybe transfer somewhere else, maybe start exploring other opportunities in a different industry. But this is telling me that you've made a decision and you are starting to put the things in place. And I feel like this is going to be in January for a lot of you, because we got the Eight of Cups, which means moving ahead with no regrets. Now, there will be some disappointments as it relates to this decision, but what I'm picking up is you're putting, pieces in place now so you can make a move come January. That's what I see happening. Some of you, like I said, really are getting ready to leave your job or start that business or, transfer to a new location, whatever the case may be. Now, we also have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is the card of self-improvement. Like I said, I feel you're getting all your ducks in a row, Gemini. You're getting everything lined up so you're ready to jump when the time comes. Because we got that Knight of Pentacles, and that's financial support and assistance. So you're not doing this blindly. You are planning to make a move. Clearly. And like I said, you're just preparing for it now, or I should say in the second week of November. You're preparing to make a move. You're preparing to transition. You're preparing to do something different. And I'm picking up very strongly, this is career or business related. Now, like I said earlier, you're going to have some good luck. You're going to have some unbelievable money situations kind of just show up. And that's going to help you finance this change that you are setting yourself up for. This is exciting, Gemini. It really is. So let's see what else shows up for you. Oh, look at that. You have a repeater card. Talk about luck here. Look at it again. Look at it again. Look at it again, my friend. All right, what else do we need to know for the sign of Gemini as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2025? All right, so we already talked about you being in the right place at the right time. You got the Wheel of Fortune again. This time it's in the upright position. Now, this could be a continuation of the luck that started here, but you definitely have good luck coming in the second half of November. All right, Gemini, I hope you're ready for it. The Hermit card means that you need to be proactive. In other words, it's not time to lay back. It's time to move forward, double down, and take massive action. Now, this is going to be different for all of you because, we all are in different situations. But whatever you can do to set yourself up for more money, you need to do it big and bold. We also have the Emperor card. The Emperor card in the reverse is a card that talks about things feeling a little chaotic, and typically they are when we're on the verge of change. So do not misinterpret that as something, being wrong or something being, not as it's supposed to be. The Queen of Swords is telling me to tell you, Gemini, that you need to let go of some things and make no apologies for that. I feel like this is in the personal relationships department. It could be your relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a professional relationship, but there's something you need to let go of, because maybe it's just a temporary thing, but you know how sometimes you need to let go of something even for a little while, just while you get yourself all sorted out, while you get things, you know, as they need to be. That's what I'm picking up here. We also have the Five of Cups. Again, no apologies, no hesitation, no regrets. And then we got the Five of Pentacles, which is the money mindset card. That's the card you want to see in the reverse. The money mindset card talks about you are no longer feeling limited or feeling lack. You are in the abundance mindset, the prosperity mindset. Now, the other thing too is it just means that you have a very clear vision of what you want, where you're going, and how you're going to get there. Now, I talk about this all the time, especially on my live streams. If you guys don't watch my lives, you may want to check one out. But anyway, I talk about how, because a lot of people ask me about manifestation and how to get rich, and this is what I've learned. It's about doing something different. It's not about just doing the same old thing and then hoping and wishing for money to fall out of the sky. I know a lot of manifestation gurus will tell you that, but from what I've learned is that you really just need to do something different, and you keep doing something different until something works. Okay? And I know that's not what we want to hear. But I'm telling you, as it relates to money and how I got out of the cycle of always, you know, being in survival mode, struggling, literally what changed the game for me was doing something different, like I told you. And look at that. These are great cards to see in the reverse. Don't panic, okay? Actually, that one is too. The Moon card in the reverse means you come across some new information. You know how there's always a phase in our life where we don't know what we don't know. And so this means that you actually get new revelations, new information that allows you to make better decisions and better plans. Then we got the Three of Cups, which is celebration. Now, this is the last week of November. You know, that's a holiday time for us in the US, so it could be something where you're celebrating the holidays, or it could be you're celebrating a big win as it relates to your money. Then we've got the Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords. This means that whatever type of stress, anxiety, worry, even hurt, betrayal, anything that was really heavy on you emotionally gets released, gets removed, gets forgiven, gets transformed even at the end of the month. So when we look at these three cards here, this means that whatever you were dealing with that could have been getting in the way, holding you back, tripping you up, you overcome that by the time we close out November. All right, Gemini, so looking at your cards, I already said that you will be having some unbelievable luck in the first half and the second half of November, and this is going to be unbelievable luck as it relates to your money, okay? But I also see a lot of personal growth happening here. A lot of, you know, like I said, decision making and plans and setting yourself up to do something different, like I talked about. Because if we want different results, we have to do something different on the day-to-day. Like I cannot emphasize that enough. If you don't have the money that you want to have, it's because you're not doing something every day to put you closer to that. All right? And then remember the compound effect too. Everything kind of builds upon everything else. And so I say all that to say, Gemini, that that's what I see you doing. You're doing something different and it's paying off, and you're winning, and you're setting up to win even more, because you're constantly leveraging the little wins that you're doing each day, and eventually it kind of just explodes into a big, massive win, which could also be these two good luck cards that we talked about. So it sounds very strategic, and that's what I feel is kind of moving through the month of November for you, Gemini. Strategy. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Eternal Crystals Oracle card. Ooh, rose quartz. Whoa, this is one of my favorites. Look at that, beautiful. And this is the card of love, card number 34, Heart Chakra. Talk about a beautiful way to end your reading. The card of love, like literally the card of love. All right, so embrace it, Gemini. It's on the way. All right, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll do it all again next month.